All right, y'all, welcome to the show. I got an amazing one for you. So in just a second, Trump is now officially trying to ban mail-in voting and voting machines. Okay, we'll talk about that. He just released a statement actually earlier today. Then we'll get to some massive protests that erupted in both D.C. and New York City. We have CNN host absolutely roasting Trump's failed Putin summit. We'll break that down for you. We have Laura Loomer hitting an absolutely disgusting new low where a couple Palestinians were able to escape the ongoing Holocaust, and now she effectively doomed them to death. I wish I was kidding. I'm not kidding. I'll break that down for you as well. We'll also get to this wild story of this Israeli official who was arrested for pedophilia in the United States in Las Vegas, and then he was effectively released right away. And it turns out he works directly underneath Netanyahu. So there is some fuckery afoot if I've ever seen it, y'all. And then later on, we have Trump's ICE Gestapo is now opening fire on innocent people. They are admitting to people in public that they are indeed far-right political extremists. I got a couple videos on that front, praising the Proud Boys, throwing up, white nationalist symbols. So we'll talk about that. And then I have a new bombshell Epstein update later on, as well as rest in peace MSNBC, man. We got some news that just broke. They are changing their name. They're, of course, spinning off, which means they're not going to be under the NBC umbrella anymore. So I'll tell you what their new name is. But they're effectively gone forever, dog. They are gone. Or, I don't know exactly when it's happening, but we know they're changing their name, and we know that, the spinoff is 100% in effect. All right, so we have all that and more. You guys know the drill. Please like the channel, or like the video, I should say. Subscribe to the channel. And click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. I'd really appreciate that. That also helps, spread the videos out through the algorithm and whatnot. Thank you to everybody who supports the show on Patreon. Couldn't do it without you. This is real independent media. You guys make the show work. I've never talked to an advertiser, never done an ad read. And I'm very proud of that fact. And you guys make it possible by giving $2 a month, $5 a month, $7 a month. Thank you everybody who tips with that thanks button on YouTube. That also makes a huge difference. You have no idea how much that helps. And also, if you'd like to, you can sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack and get our full exclusive interviews that we do every week. I think you guys would really like that. We've had some amazing interviews lately, and we'll continue to have amazing interviews. We're trying to get a doctor from Gaza on this week. You're not going to want to miss that one. And go subscribe to Corin's World, the YouTube channel, because today at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be doing a Kyle and Corin live stream, and come hang out with us. We'll take some super chats. We'll shoot the shit. I believe we'll finish our fast food tier list ranking thing, so you don't want to miss that. Come have some fun with us tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And all right, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it, y'all. It's so tiring with Donald Trump as president. Like, it is just... I'm so sick of it. I'm so fed up. Like, it's enough. We've OD'd on this guy 14 times over for one lifetime. So Trump comes out earlier today and he says the following: I'm going to lead a movement to get rid of mail-in ballots and also, while we're at it, highly inaccurate, I don't know why inaccurate is in quotes, very expensive and seriously controversial voting machines, which cost 10 times more than accurate and sophisticated watermark paper, which is faster and leaves no doubt at the end of the evening as to who won and who lost the election. We are now the only country in the world that uses mail-in voting. Oh my God. He just fucking lies, y'all. He just lies. So I looked this number up the other day, and you can do the same thing if you'd like, but the number is actually over 30 countries use mail-in voting. I believe the number is either 34 or 38. But beyond that, if you include people who, are citizens of a country, but they're overseas at that moment for whatever reason, they have the option for those people to vote in over 100 countries. So, the majority of countries in the world offer one version or another of mail-in voting, and he comes out here and says that no other country has mail-in voting. That's just a fucking lie. He just fucking says shit. And remember, this is only a couple days after Putin allegedly told him, when he was stroking his ego and stroking his other things, Putin told him, oh, why do you have mail-in voting? They're obviously rigging it against you. I think you won in 2020, Donald. Putin played this man like a fucking fiddle. And within 2 days, he's out there going, let's get rid of all the mail-in voting. Oh, my God. So Trump continues to lie and says, all others gave it up because of the massive voter fraud encountered. We will begin this effort, which will be strongly opposed by the Democrats because they cheat at levels never seen before, by signing an executive order to help bring honesty to the 2026 midterm elections. Again, let me pause to point out, accusing the Democrats of cheating at levels never seen before is incredibly rich, because this is the man who tried to steal the 2020 election. This is the man who did the fake elector slates, the illegal fake elector slates. So this is all psychological projection that we're witnessing right in front of our eyes here. In fact, after the violence on January 6th, Trump was still calling senators, telling them, don't certify Joe Biden. So, I mean, the biggest cheater of all it's not even just elections he cheats at fucking golf. He cheats at fucking everything. Oh God, I hate him so much. Remember, the states are merely an agent for the federal government in counting and tabulating the votes. They must do what the federal government, as represented by the president of the U.S., tells them for the good of our country to do. That's also a lie. Under our system, under the Constitution, the states run the elections. He's just flat out completely flipping it and reversing it here. He says, with their horrible radical left policies, open borders, men playing in women's sports, transgender, and woke for everyone, and so much more, Democrats are virtually unelectable without using this completely disproven mail-in scam. Again, incredible, because right now, the Democrat Party, as we speak, is at a historically low favorability rating, but even given that, they're up 8 points on Republicans on the general election ballot. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Because the Republicans are literally destroying the country right in front of our eyes. Unemployment going up, inflation going up. You have the stupid fucking trade war. You have the bombing random countries. You have fucking concentration camps and rounding up innocent people and sending them there. You have every horrible thing you can imagine. Arming and funding a genocide. Every horrible thing you can imagine. And look, they know it. He's lying. He knows that the Republicans would lose the midterm. So he's going out there and saying, oh, we would definitely win. We would absolutely win. The Democrats cheat. That's what they do. And so what he's doing here is laying the groundwork for the Republicans to cheat. Elections can never be honest with mail-in ballots, voting, and everybody in particular. The Democrats knows this. I and the Republican Party will fight like hell to bring honesty and integrity back to our elections. The mail-in ballot hoax using voting machines that are a complete and total disaster must end now. I'm just so fucking sick of this, bro. I'm so sick of this. Every day, it's some new bullshit. Everybody's got to talk about it. Everybody's got to, waste time on. This is now, his third or fourth or fifth different attempt to try to steal the election in different ways. First, it was an executive order that basically said, this was back when him and Elon were close, that Doge is going to run the elections. What? Oh, yeah, give it to the guys who cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels. Let them run the fucking elections. So that was one way he announced he was going to try to steal it. Then, of course, we have the gerrymandering shit, which, again, is brazen. He tells Texas, give me 5 more seats. I want 5 more seats. And, the Texas governor Hot Wheels rolls over for him because all he knows how to do is roll. And effectively he's like, sure, we'll give you those 5 more seats. Thankfully, the Democrats in Texas are not giving them a quorum. They're not showing up, so they're making it impossible for them to pass it. God bless the Texas Democrats for that. But, this is what they do. They want to throw out the rule book. They want to cheat. The entire time that they are brazenly cheating, what do? Oldest trick in the book. Point at the Democrats and say, you're cheating. Stop cheating. You guys are cheating. Why are you cheating? As you endlessly cheat. And honestly, it's enough to dupe the dumbest fucking rubes in the country into believing this bullshit. And Trump knows it. But Trump also knows he's full of shit. He's a pathological liar. And so, the bottom line is this. The media should be talking about this as what it is. Fucking wannabe dictator is doing wannabe dictator shit and trying to steal the midterms and steal the 2028 election right in front of our eyes and barely even trying to fucking mask it, bro. Barely even trying to fucking mask it. And I think one of the biggest downsides of the Trump era, there's a lot of downsides, but one of the biggest downsides is we've now become desensitized to shit like this. We really are. We're numb to it. And so every day when there's some wild shit, we talk about it, but none of it really lands. None of it really gets in your brain. You truly can deal with the consequences. When every day there's a country-destroying thing that he does. Basically guaranteeing the dollar's no longer going to be the world reserve currency by waging a trade war against all of our fucking, all of our allies, destroying the monthly jobs reports and hiring a hack, which, again, why would any country invest in the U.S. ever again, ever, because of that? Every day it's some new shit. And this is literally death by 1,000 cuts that we're witnessing for democracy in the U.S. That's what it is. And I don't think the media is going to talk about this in the proper way. And then also, it is also fair to point out, too, yes, every single thing he does is also a distraction from the Epstein files, without a doubt. Because we know he's in the Epstein files. We know he was Epstein's best friend for a decade. We know that there's over 25 allegations against Trump, including that 13-year-old Katie Johnson, who was going to do, that's an alias, by the way. She was going to do a press conference to blow the lid off of all of it. She got death threats. She had to pull it back. This was somebody who said, I was a 13-year-old and Trump raped me, as well as Epstein. right? We have all these, he was on Epstein's plane 7 times. All this stuff is also a distraction from that. But we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble. He is rigging the election right in front of our eyes. And the Democrats need to wake up and act accordingly. And to be fair, there is one Democrat who really is taking this seriously and doing everything he can to fight back, and his name is Gavin Newsom. He got the memo, and he's out there leading the charge, and the other Democrats need to catch up and need to catch up ASAP. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.